When it comes to the video games, there is little to no correlation between them and the real world, but for every rule, there is an exception. We're talking about Football Manager, which gives you a lot of possibilities. One of them is the fact you can actually visit the club you took to the Champions League glory, regardless if it's your local side or a team from the other side of the world. I think I need to make a video out of this, but that's for the future. Today we are visiting Opawa and the club which we managed in Football Manager 2024. Opawa is relatively close to the Polish border, but it is still another country. The distance of the trip was just about 150 kilometers, but it took 3 different trains, which meant I was going there for about 4 hours, I think. I'll take the time I spent on going through the towns to thank you for the fact that over 1,000 of you who subscribed to the channel. It's a really great milestone, and I think you can treat this episode as a bit of a special. Oh yeah, and it turns out you just arrived. 2 things caught my eye at the very start. One of the most known points in the town being the Silesian Theatre, which was closed, and the fountain. This fountain led me to more statues, including the one showing Saint John of Nepomuk. I also walked around a big area looking a bit like a forest. This is the Garden of Freedom located around the town square, and a part I really loved in this town, as well as a place for me to announce what we'll be doing next.
So of course, since we're here, I think we cannot just walk around the city for 6 hours or whatever is left before I will go to the stadium. We have to do something else. But now it's time to do 2 challenges, and the first one is going to visit the Silesian Museum,
which turned out to be closed despite the fact it should be open on a Saturday morning. So spoiler alert, the challenge order will be reversed.
And the second challenge is try something local from here, and then we'll go to the stadium.
I asked some of the locals and tourists for a place where I can get something local, and the answers led me to this restaurant. It serves what I was looking for, and I took the first option named Sviczkowa na smetanie, which looks like this: beef meat, dumplings and bread. Unique combination, I am more used to potatoes. I also tried the kofola, which is a Czech and Slovak version of what you know as a subscribe button. Or a Coca-Cola, come on, it's just the same color. I drink this once every 10 years, so I cannot tell the difference. And the food itself? Pretty good. Worth giving it a try. Right after beasting it, I had to check out this big wooden thingy standing in front of the bar. Turns out it's an anteater, just without the eyes. I mean, it's quite interesting in my opinion. And look, I found an open museum in the city. I can't show you the interior, copyright and all that, but in short, it was an exhibition of how the city got created. It got a lot of stuff about the first people in the area and its history. Adding the 800th anniversary of the city's creation into account, I say it's a good visit and I recommend you if you want to know more about the town. Just before going to our real destination, I also saw a monastery. The doors were closed though, but with a gate, which meant I could see the interior. And I finally went to the stadium, which is located near a municipal garden, where a massive party was hosted. At least this is what I suppose it is, because I don't go to this type of stuff. This is why I decided to find a place called Silver Lake, which is very common and relaxing. If you don't enjoy the partying, do the laking, I guess. There are maybe 5 people here at the time, and many ducks. This gave me a chance to tell you about the upcoming game. In short, Opawa was 11th and their opponents Siechlawa were 13th. Both teams could still go down or shoot up into mid-table as high as 5th for the hosts. Well, what if we actually went to see the ground which had its club go from the 2nd tier of Czechia to the European knockouts in the virtual world? It's an old type of a stadium, which gives it a local club atmosphere. This gives you a much closer connection to the team. This is something I absolutely love. I was given a press type of entry with full access, which I find very cool. This gave me a chance, for example, to try this bit of a challenge. Place the ball in one of the corners, which I say went quite well. This is probably the cringiest way of announcing about the club jersey. So I'll just jump into a warm-up of some of the stars of our save. Before each game, the club's rap song / unofficial anthem is being played. An underrated banger even though I barely understand the thing. This game would be the final for the club's manager, Miroslav Brożek, who leaves the team as the season ends. So let's hope the players give Siechlawa around for their money, especially with the fans not being happy about the club form. But the biggest highlight of the first minutes would be the rain. Lots of rain. When a thunder struck around a mile from the pitch, the referee did not hesitate and sent the players straight back to the dressing room. It took around 15 to 20 minutes for the game to resume, and Filip Sanchez from Siechlawa had a solo run of his life and scored. Despite that, Opawa maintained a small advantage in general, just without converting it. But the goal for our team was inevitable. was scored by Mohamed Marcuk Yahaya, who scored 1 goal in our save before being moved to Banik Sokolov, because Miloš Kopečny, who also played in this game, cried about the lack of central midfielders. And I think we missed out big because this striker is athletic, kind of quick and strong, and also a decent finisher. It was 1-1 at half-time, which I used to treat myself with this sausage. Part of a tradition in pretty much any European stadium, and a very good one as usual. Then the second half started. This time it was Maciej Helebrand who scored, the man who we used as a libero at the start of the save despite 4 passing.
What a tackle, by the way.
I forgot to record the third goal, more like I haven't expected it to happen, but the captain in our save, Filip Blecha, got one for him.
Just imagine at this point. Before the game, Opawa was 11th only, and wasn't the threat of relegation. Because they are winning 3-1, they're 6th. That's 2 places of the playoffs.
The upcoming win on the pitch made fans go crazy, with flares being lit up in yellow and blue, the club and city's colors. The game needed to be paused for a minute, but that didn't stop the Opawacy from getting a 4th.
Yes! That's more! That is a demolition! And that's full time. 4-1, what a result, what a game. What a comeback after all. Genuinely a fantastic way to round up this save overall in the series. Enjoyed it, especially after the goals started to come in. But overall, pretty damn solid amount of noise for 1,000 fans, because there was just over 1,000. And they made a solid noise for this game. And honestly, if you want to start a football manager save in Czechia, I recommend.
What I loved about this place and city in general is that it wasn't that commercialized and kept the soul of a local family team. The Czech Silesian influence may be not as visible as it was historically, but you could still feel familiar within the area, especially as a Polish Silesian. Big thanks to the SFC Opawa media team and the people in the town for getting me to see this place. It was a very cool experience. I know the camera quality was mediocre at best in this video, but I guess that's the nature of the first vlog. Anyways, thank you a lot for watching. If you enjoyed it, you can hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be very grateful for that. In case you are wondering what got me to go to the medium-sized city in Czech Republic, check out the full SFC Opawa Build a Nation series, which is available on your screen right now.